Hi, I'm Heidi Hewitt, AutoCAD Technical Marketing Manager at Autodesk, and I'm here with Rick Ellis, CAD consultant, trainer, and author. Rick, talking about parametrics in AutoCAD, can you describe a little bit about the auto-constrain functionality?
Sure. If you think about the geometric constraints we've talked about previously, setting those up manually is kind of a tedious process because you have to individually select pairs of objects and apply those constraints to them. What AutoConstrain does is it lets you automate that process by selecting large groups of geometry and then applying constraints based on some settings that we've picked. So AutoCAD basically goes in and figures out what constraints should be applied rather than me individually selecting them.
So for geometry that's already created, you can just select a group of geometry and it detects the relationships?
Exactly. If the geometry is correct, it'll detect those relationships and apply the appropriate constraints. Now there are tolerances that you can set during the AutoConstrain command, and these you want to be a little bit careful with. I work a lot of times with surveyors, and surveyors, if you've ever worked with them, get really touchy if you start automatically changing their geometry because they've collected that and their credibility and their job is on the line with that. So in their case, they might use the AutoConstrain command but set the tolerances to 0 so that it will not modify any of the geometry. Now if you have a drawing that was put together by someone else and maybe it's a little more sloppy, where two lines aren't exactly parallel but you know they should be, you can set those tolerances so that AutoCAD detects them, says those two lines are within the tolerance we set, and then it will modify one or both of those lines so that they are correct and then apply the constraint.
So it can be a quick way for kind of cleaning up drawings that are
Absolutely. It can be used as a drawing cleanup tool. You just want to be careful with that too.
Okay, that's good advice. I like the idea of knowing what it is you're doing, what the purpose is, and setting that tolerance to 0 if it's not
Sure.
the intended purpose. Great, thanks.